across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, longtime foes square off in the NFC East as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the New York Giants. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. Oh, good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. Leading him out is their rookie quarterback, the young man out of Ole Miss.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL. And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defenders' minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Dart. That's complete to Slayton. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. To throw is Dart. This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Giants first down. 1st and 10.
Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you used the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
And across the midfield, stripe into Eagle territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Play fake, and here's Dart. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Third and 19. Dart from the gun on 3rd down. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd.
1st and 10.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone. This time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan today, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter.
at the Eagles.
Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now Dart. That one taken in by Neighbors. A gain of 5. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Brings up 3rd and 11.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. From the gun, here's Dart. That is caught. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
1st down, here's Scatterby. And he's going to ball his way into the end zone for a Giants touchdown. Cam Scatterby, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Giants put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead.
The score, Giants 7.
A 10-play drive that time. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Gets around him. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The 2nd-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for a Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. Couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Here's Hurts to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game, watching him try to take away that area of the field.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing is Hurts. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And an Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
It's now second down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination.
In motion left comes Brown. And he'll get it here on the touch pass.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That was a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Now a 3rd and 6. Hurts. Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 28. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. 27 yards. And the Eagles are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott.
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Mooney, the motion man right. Throwing his dart.
catch made by Slayton. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
It's third down and 6.
Here's 3rd and 6. Throwing his dart. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 15 yards there for number 15.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Going right side, he finds Slayton. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Once again, he finds Slayton. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Eagles' 26-yard line.
On play action, here's Dart. They'll get this to Scatterby. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On the draw, it's Scatterby. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. 7-7, our score after 1. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 14 upcoming. Looking to throw, Dart. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there. Those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Gano's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. Oh, nice move. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. Now Saquon Barkley, a man who played collegiately here at the Keystone State. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now a 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Hurts. And he's got his man in stride, complete. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a 1st down.
1st down, Eagles.
Up the middle with Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 41, Hurts. Now Hurts, he's going to do it himself. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Now we've got a giant player here, slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. So that flag will set him back 5 yards.
Still 3rd down.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. Well, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Kayvon Thibodeau, he beat the O-line and recorded the sack. The 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
On fourth down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Gunnar Olszewski deep for the Giants.
And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
In motion, Slayton. On the ground, it's Scatterby to start the drive. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
Yeah, now you've got options on second down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? Got to try to go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with a slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the high hand. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Now 2nd and 9.
In motion goes the tight end.
Dart going to give to Scatterby. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory.
Well, they're going to bring in some extra bulk here for 3rd and a yard.
It's a quarterback sneak.
And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with it back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
Well, that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Over the middle, taken in by Neighbors. And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning.
2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score.
The 41-yard line.
Dart. That's complete. It's Neighbors.
Just a gain of a couple there. And it's 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 43-yard line.
From the shotgun, a throw for Dart. Now he'll tuck this and run.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And the Giants first down. first and 10 at the 38-yard line.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year, and part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
He'll check this one down to Scatterby. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. To throw, Dart. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 18. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Throwing, Dart. And this will be caught by Mooney. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. That's just 32 yards officially from the right hash. Gano's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. And we'll see which team's adjustments are going to pay dividends here as we are just about ready for the start of the second half. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Hurts completing this one quickly. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. A handoff, Barkley running left. And space tough to come by there, so we get maybe a yard to the 37.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Hurts. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Here's Dart. That one taken in by Neighbors. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
A give, it's Scatterby. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Kid had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. From the gun, here's Dart. That's complete to Slayton. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Play action now. Dart. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
At the Eagles' 34-yard line.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. They'll run from the gun with Scatterby. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 21. 12 yards on 3rd down as the drive rolls on.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another first down.
An inside run with Scatterby. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. Give up the middle, Scatterby. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
On the handoff, this is Scatterby. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Here's Dart. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Absolutely nowhere to go with the football, and he's just going to put this one in the Hudson River. Maybe he's a little fortunate he didn't get called for grounding, because that one was well over everyone's head.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. To throw now, Dart. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. This just a 24-yard attempt.
24-yard attempt.
And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change, because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. And able to get this out to the 25. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start with the option. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his 2nd drop, indeed, not a good look. Hurts. Complete. Smith has it. And, oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
On the sneak, it's Hurts. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
A gain of 1 yard. 1st down, Philadelphia.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Barkley, inside handoff. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, it's not time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. They'll set up a throw. That one complete down the field to Smith. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
And his throw is incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
3rd quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead is down to 2.
16. Eagles.
So that drive goes 8 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Giants offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now we'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Excellent play there by Arnold Ebiketie to meet him behind the line for a loss. Well, he can be a load to handle off the edge, and he can do it against the pass. Sure, he can do it against the run like he did there.
And you mentioned a load. How about having to adjust to his speed as well? Because not only does he bring some pop, he brings some dash as well. A nice play on that situation.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's been a good one so far, just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. To throw is Dart. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Jalen Carter in there to get him yet again. That is his third sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
The offense on third down, they've been tough to stop. 8 for 10 so far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. To the sideline and incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. And take it right at the 35. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. A first down carry for Barkley. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
A gain of 16 yards. And an Eagle first down.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep as he'll go instead with Barkley. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 18. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the Stix.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Now Hurts is going to do it himself. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the Stix. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
At the Giants' 4-yard line.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
All right, field goal gets you the lead here. I mean, but I might want to just go ahead and go for something big.
Oh, come on, you got to kick it.
I mean, you got to be glad I'm not the head coach here, right? The whole team would want to revolt at this point.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the fourth quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Giants offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, this offense hasn't been at their best here. They've made some mistakes. They've been frustrated. They've been largely shut down. But then you look up and say, wait a second, this is a one-score game. So they're still very much in this, and they're on the move here with a first down.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
2nd and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Dart. Now he's going to step up and run. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Dart going to look to throw here.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Nolan Smith brings him down on the pass rush.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Working out of the gun is Dart. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Looking to throw, Dart.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
Fair catch. Signaled for.
Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough 1st downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Hurts with a quick throw, complete.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 20-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Here's a give to Barkley. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts.
That's good.
And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
13 yards. 1st down, Philadelphia.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll set up to throw.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
They red zone coverage there and thought there was some space to send their guy right into the middle on a slant, hoping he would get lost. Instead, they read it quite well and closed quickly.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley.
And he'll get about 2 there to the 36.
Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Just because you got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Looking to put a drive together. To throw, Dart. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop him.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Throwing, Dart. He'll check this one down to Scatterby. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. Dart from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
They'll go. Here's Dart.
He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. So that'll leave them with one last gasp, Charles. They need their defense. They only have the 1 timeout, and they've got to hold them to a field goal.
And if you have the ball on offense now, all you're talking about is ball security, taking care of it, making sure your runners don't go out of bounds to stop the clock and give them a chance to regroup. You want to make sure you stay in bounds, run as much time as possible, make them burn that last time out, and hopefully hold on to the ball and ice the game.
Hurts completing this one quickly.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield, and if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And that should do it. He's got a 1st down. And the Eagles, they can run it out from here.
Eagles, 1st down. 1st and goal at the
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory.
And how about this finish? Able to take a knee, run out the clock, and close this game out by 1 point. You talk about how many coaches we talked to? They all said the same. All I want to do is win by 1 point. That got tested in this one.
Yep, and that cliche rings true. A single penny separates this one. Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles, but a clean one, too. No turnovers in this contest.
And I think you're exactly right about that. To me, this is just a pair of offenses trying to find the slightest bit of separation from each other. And they were both hoping that the other side would make the big mistake first. But today, neither side made that mistake. And what we got, a very entertaining game throughout.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from MetLife Stadium.